but it only goes one way. Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, we're back. We're doing it. We're back from break.
Want to be back?
I mean, yeah, definitely. There's fun stuff incoming. Trust me, it's just a little guy.
It leads me to believe it's the opposite of little guy.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of my human size, it's just a little guy.
Well, okay.
Little guy or big boyo. Yeah, you never know.
All right. So we are back. If you are staying through the break and rejoining our shenanigans on Twitch, thank you. If you are watching on YouTube, also thank you a few days later. Just to catch us all up, the party was previously traveling through the forest towards what they are hoping to be the mine, but the sign said the castle. As they got deeper and deeper into the forest, they were attacked, I guess, by rocks. And one of them got Cobalt in the head, and Cobalt was having none of that bullshit. So they fought two little red caps, who are vicious monsters created by the intense rage of a hag. So that's great for them. And you managed to kill one. The other escaped and seemed to be rallying some forces of some sort behind you. So you continued deeper into the forest. The whole time you were making your way through this area, the fog was rising higher and higher. You determined that this fog is not something that you wanted to stay underneath once it got above your heads. And luckily, I guess, you found your way to the Queen's Road, which was you were able to scale fairly easily once your rogue made it all the way up to the top. And now you are on top of this bridge above the fog and looking down at the treetops, some of which are mostly dead. Others have leaves still clinging to them. It is a fairly complete road, and you can't super see the end of what's happening because it does just kind of visually drop off and you can't tell, but it doesn't look like it's as dense a forest out there, and you think maybe you turned a little bit too far one direction and might be closer to the edge of the marsh than you wanted to be. Just geographically, you know.
Gonna blame Ori on that.
That's, yeah. So, as you are up here, do you want to try and move across this? Do you just want to stand here paralyzed and... would have all climbed the rope at once.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think once we all get to the top, then just put the rope away and call it a day. Although that might help with the whole crossing thing.
How big are those gaps?
Yeah.
None of them are more than really 10 feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, in that case,
I'm a generous GM.
Veritas is going to turn to the group and say, "Who wants to go first?"
I mean,
Sure, why not?
Oh,
No, after you. I mean, you climbed up here just fine. I'm sure you'll jump it just fine.
Very nimble as well.
Want a rock, paper, scissors for it?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I should clarify that you wouldn't have to jump.
Oh.
Oh. That's even better. What did you have in mind?
As an action, I'm going to use my psionic power, telekinetic movement, and I would just lift Kichiro off the ground.
Oh, hey. Okay, got it.
You just chess piece moving Kichiro across the little gap.
Yeah, so any large or smaller I can target one loose object that is large or smaller, or one willing creature other than myself, and I can move them up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space that I can see. So I'll just move Dorcius across.
You want to go the full 30 feet? You could get all the way to the edge right here, or we can go a little further back.
Let's say 3 rocks in. I don't want Kichiro that far away from me.
I wouldn't possibly fall over the edge.
You definitely won't, because I didn't put you to the edge.
Exactly.
All right, so you got about 25 feet away. Kichiro is gently set down.
Hey, what? That's pretty cool. When did you learn to do that?
After meditating in the lantern last night, new tricks.
Honestly, if you can help me out with that, I don't think I can make that jump. So it's. I'm sure that most of y'all could, but I don't. Nope. By which I mean I have a strength of 8.
Sure.
Veritas, this new thing that you can do, does it expend a lot of energy?
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Not a lot of energy.
Well, I mean, you could use it on people who might not be able to jump over, and... Well, Daz and I have it. Right, Daz?
So I'm about as strong as Cobalt is.
Noodles.
Unless we're talking acrobatics, in which case I'm good.
I'm not too good at that either.
I feel like you can use acrobatics for... No? I don't know how D&D works. Sure.
You're the DM?
Parkour across, I don't know.
Yeah, you can make it so.
As long as you do like a double backflip, you can probably go 10 feet.
Well, watch this
Challenge
double
accepted.
backflip.
Yeah.
Right?
Perfect. 10 out of 10. Yeah. I mean, but also you could keep moving people. Depends on how you want to do it. They're supposed to be makeable for Stavia.
Roger.
I jump over, and then I could be on the other side. Should anyone else who wants to jump over, I can assist them.
Yes, Cobalt, I believe in you. You can make the jump.
Oh, I meant you could
I can try. I just kind of looks over the side. It's just like, okay.
I would like to
just
hold my action, and if she starts to move at any point in time, just grab psychically.
And just, yeah.
All right. I'll give it a shot, jumping across, sure.
Doing things we're not good at is important for building character.
Oh, please let me jump over first.
Oh, right. Yeah, you should go first. Yeah, yep.
So Elio very gracefully just sort of hops across and lands flawlessly and turns back to you.
I don't trust my dice. Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. I'll take a running start and try to make that jump. Is this athletics?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll go with that.
All right. -1. Let's go. I got a 9.
So you just make this beautiful run. All of your speed, just feet pumping, and you get to the edge and one of your boots just slips a little bit and you are like, this is how I go. It's on the opposite side, but then you are just grabbed by the scruff of your neck by a psychic power and plopped on the other side next to Elio.
Hey, look, you
Thanks,
did it.
Veritas.
Chariots of Fire just playing in the background as we start running.
Thanks, Veritas.
Your attempt was good.
Hi, that's very kind of you to say, but you don't have to lie to me.
Oh,
It
that's
was
good because I
good.
wasn't going to.
I know.
Something
All right.
resulting in failure does not make it not good.
So as you all are sort of beginning to make your way across the bridge or the ground, you're not exactly sure which, sort of gives like a light shake, just like a little rumble, as though something heavy is impacting.
Good, that feels bad.
Cool.
Yeah, it feels totally fine.
Yeah, you'll feel that.
We should keep moving.
And I'll say you have about one round left before the next shake will happen. If you all want to actually do any moving, we can operate a little more combat-like. Front of the group, you want to move forward at all?
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. Full movement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll get 30 feet, Kichiro?
Yes, please.
All right, you are right there, and we can also do everyone's just scooching forward onto these very precarious little things.
Mm-hmm.
The way that move scared me.
That makes it feel very real, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
I'm like, I should have made the road double wide, but it adds to the terror. Which, as you all are running forward one more time with a little bit more force, the ground seems to lurch under you a little bit. And the folks at the front, they see that tree that is next to them, that dead one, sort of pull back a little bit as though something is climbing up it with a lot of weight behind it. And peeking along neck over the corner of this, big white eyes and weird little gross creepy mustache, you see just a little guy, the dragon of the Feywild,
Oh.
Jabberwocky.
Oh,
God.
God.
And
No.
it just crawls over the tree and in a very like crow-like way sort of quirks its head sideways and starts making a weird like burbling sound at you. And that's where we'll roll initiative.
You know, chat, I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, where's Kai gonna put these enemies? Like, where are they gonna sit? That would make sense.
This answers that question,
He
yeah.
doesn't
sure
need to
does.
sit. He does not.
He does not.
It was like, really fun playing with all of you.
Yeah,
It's been a great game. It's been so much
Yeah.
fun.
It'll be fine. He's just
He's just a little guy.
Just a friend.
God.
He's got a sore tummy.
He does.
Yeah.
Is.
Burbling. Okay, I wrote on my other
I don't
page.
think it is.
That is the burbling, obviously. All right, what do we have? We got
Murder.
the burble of murder. 25 to 20.
20.
Dirty 20.
Oh.
21.
Oh.
I think we have the same initiative.
So we have the
How do-
20s.
The 20s.
What's the dexes?
I only have a
18.
13. Yeah.
All right.
Elio.
All right, so that is then 19 to 15. Okay.
Oh,
all
I'll
right.
race you to the bottom, Nat.
Cobalt,
I
please.
will see you down there. I'll see you down there.
Let me
We'll see.
just
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
get to my actual stat block that I need also. Where is this little guy? Murder buddy, where'd you go? I'll find it. There. Oh, my mark things better. All right, so then we are at what's the two of you?
3.
Oh.
Ema!
Hey!
So, dex off? What are we doing?
Oh, excuse me. I get not 3. It is 5.
Oh.
I forgot to
yeah.
add my dex.
Mhm,
There
mhm.
you
Yep, I already added everything I need to add, which is 0.
Lord. Okay. Ooh. And then it'll be 16.
I'm an inside kid.
My arms are weak and I just want to read.
Yep.
You forgot with me long enough to be an outside kid.
Monster. If I could write, if this pen worked, and then we got Cobalt. All right, there we are. So we are at the top of initiative with Kichiro, who is at the front, and this thing has just climbed up this tree that you are hearing snap and break under the weight of this gigantic dragon creature. And it sort of turns its head as it's making this weird burbling noise and looks at you and kind of does like the sideways head turn, the one eye blink, and then looks at the rest of your companions. That's not at all the right die. 1 sec, sorry.
Oh no.
And of the 3 of you up there, sort of one of its weird little bird pupils focuses on Cobalt and roars at Cobalt as it is your go. Alright, what you gonna do, Kichiro?
Kichiro will like see the eye shift over to look at Cobalt, and he'll just turn, like freeze for a second, and then is it like close enough for him to like do one of those like fear punches where you're just like and just hit it?
It's supposed to be a little bit more up. I would say you could definitely like take a step over and punch it in the face.
Gonna do that.
All right, so you get to there, and you can do a little punch and kick situation.
Okay, I'm gonna try to hit it with my fist because I'm afraid. 22.
22 will definitely hit. Yeah.
Cool. I wanted to make that a stunning strike, so I'll burn a key point to do that.
Okay. Now I actually have to find a stat block. Do I roll against you?
You must succeed on a Constitution throw.
Constitution throw. All right. Okay, I believe in me.
Where did you
14.
go? Oh, don't. Yeah, it makes it. Dang it.
Worth a shot.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
Yeah.
It still does 8 damage, though.
8 damage. All right, you just kind of fear punch and sink into the side of this giant dragon's face. And it kind of like looks at you for half a second and then goes right back to looking at Cobalt.
Why me?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Explain it.
Oh wait, I get 2 attacks. I'm gonna like just hit it again. Like it looks at me, looks back, or like just hit it again.
All right. Go right.
That is 25.
Yes, once again, you will
Cool.
connect with the side of this thing's face.
I'm gonna burn another key point to try to stun it.
All right. 13.
Dang it! Yeah, that makes the same. I do 7 more points out of fear.
All right. This time it doesn't even really turn its head. It just sort of like lurches ever so slightly with the fury of your fists and then continues to burble slightly like a giant gross baby.
After they're done punching it, Kichiro's just gonna turn and look at Cobalt and I am so sorry. And that's it.
All right, so then we have Elio and Daz on deck.
Stressful. Elio's chest will light up and a blade will appear in his hands. And he's gonna throw, similarly in fear, a dagger towards this creature.
All right, go right ahead.
That is a 21 to hit.
That will hit, yeah.
22 to hit. Okay. That is 10 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And then, because Kishira is beside me, I could do sneak attack? I never know.
It's like looking directly over you at Cobalt and so focused that, yeah, you can definitely do sneak attack.
Okay. And another 11 points.
And the first one was 12. 12, all right.
And then that blade like kind of disappears, and in his other hand he throws like a smaller dagger. Again, like made out of pure nothing real.
Mhm.
Nope. Goodbye. That is a 15 to hit.
That does not hit, just sort of glances off the edge of the monster's head.
And he is like kind of looking around to see if he can move, but he's gonna stay there.
All right, you are right directly in that thing's face, holding as it looks right over you at Cobalt. And then we have Daz with Ori on deck.
Okay. Bonus action. I'm gonna grant Veritas bardic inspiration, and then I will send 2 Eldritch Blasts its way.
All right.
First one is only a 12.
Mm-mm.
Second one's an 18.
All right, that will hit.
3 points of force damage.
3 points of force damage. All right, anything else?
Are we trying to book it across this bridge or what? Are we standing and fighting or are we running? What the hell, guys? And I'll kind of move. Fuck. I'll stay where I am for right now.
All right, so you are right behind Veritas. And anything else for your turn?
Actually, let me hop over to that small, like the 2.
The 2.
Yeah. So I'm we're a little less clumped. Yeah.
All right, so there you are off to the side of that. And we are on to Ori, who is totally here and is gonna just kind of like come up a little bit next to Veritas and say, "Oh, I don't know that. I'm not gonna put Ori in more danger. I'm gonna put Ori in more danger. You're gonna go right up here." And be like, well, hopefully this will protect you all, and cast Spirit Guardians, obviously. The classic.
Hell yeah.
Which will definitely hit this guy, so he will get hit at the start of his turn.
When entering and then at the start of turn has to do. So like as soon as she
Right now.
drops it. Yeah.
All right, so let me roll his wisdom saving throw. Which he just makes with a 16, well, 13 on the die. So he sort of like looks over and is still getting sort of shredded because it is half damage, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it will be half damage of 3d8. What do those look like? Why do I have to do math right now? It's the worst one. All right. And that is 7 and 5 is 12, 14 points halved. So he will take 7 more points of damage as these spirits swirl around him in the sphere that also goes a little bit below the bridge. It's an 8. All right, and then Ori will just, as best they can, duck down behind that wall. They're on like this square over here. I'm just going to move that wall so that they can be right there. And duck down. And Spirit Guardian is an action. I'm going to say that's the turn. Yeah.
Good turn.
Well, I mean,
Good turn.
but I mean, also, like, do I just... You can't do spiritual weapon on the same turn, right? That's correct. Yes, thank you. Yeah, that's my really generous GM who's like, yeah, you can do both. And I'm like, this confuses me in other games now. All right. So that will be Ori's turn as they crouch down behind the wall, giving themselves, we'll say, half cover for safety. And that will bring us to the huge dragon's turn. And it is still very focused on Cobalt. And it is going to continue to sort of claw its way up this tree. And as it comes, it is going to continue making that weird burbling sound. But at this point, it sort of like begins to pulse into your head a little bit. And everyone within 30 feet must make a DC 18 charisma saving throw.
Oh
And
no.
I think that is everybody. I do believe.
And it's not a charm effect.
Let me double check. Da, da, da.
Please tell me that's good.
I finally rolled well for the first time all goddamn day.
Well, this is a good thing to roll well on.
Yeah. Love to see it.
Yeah, I think it's just it's like a feature.
Magical
So I don't think
effects.
so. Yeah.
Some kind of ability. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so if you got below an 18 charisma, I need you to roll a d4 to follow that up.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's a
Oh
relief.
no.
All right, with a 3, Elio, the creature does nothing except use all its movement to move in a random direction on your turn.
Oh.
Court. Shit.
All right.
Shit.
I move in a random direction, or the dragon moves? It's me.
You
Target.
Yeah, you do. But that's what you do on the start of your next turn. All right. Anyone get something besides a 3? A 2?
A 2.
You're just going to stand there because you are doing nothing on your next turn.
Sweet.
Ooh.
Joy. I got a 1.
That is the same thing. You're going to do nothing.
Great. I didn't have plans for my next turn.
Yep. No one ever does. That's how this goes so well. All right. Yeah. So that will be everyone's turn as you kind of clap your hands over your ears, the 3 of you, and just are sort of almost like sickened by the sound this thing is making. Which do I
Sorry,
want to...
did all of the carnies fail?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. It reminds me of the sound that little pig girl makes. Don't talk about her. All right. And then it is going to go ahead and use its action. That's a different thing. To do a tail attack.
Oh no.
It's going to be on you. It's going to like swoop over and tail attack you.
Cool. Cool.
Ooh, that might not hit though. No, it will. Dirty 20.
Shield can't even save me. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. And that will be 10 points of bludgeoning damage as this long
Ow!
tail comes around and just with precision hits you dead in the chest. And you just kind of...
Ow!
But he will stay hanging on this tree as he has burbled at you and whipped you with the tail. and that is the Jabberwock's turn. Which brings us to Veritas, followed by Cobalt.
Okay, so this is going to be a very in-depth turn mechanically. I'm going to start by doing nothing.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
No notes.
Pretty good opener.
Yeah.
What's the closer?
How do you
More
follow
nothing.
More
It's a
nothing.
double serving.
Yeah, you were just still kind of like reeling from the weird sounds this thing is making, which will bring us to Cobalt.
What the hell did I do to you?
Makes
First
it
in
weird.
common.
All right.
And then she'll try yelling the same thing in Infernal, see if either of those gets anything. Because I don't think Draconic.
It does not have a language. It just kind of like does the 45-degree turn to its head and continues its burbling, but while also like gnashing its jaws a little bit.
Great. In that case, I'm gonna fucking fireball this thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need a dexterity saving throw, please, and thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. Roll bad. 14.
That fails.
I'm so happy.
Me too. Cobalt has had such a bad day. Okay.
Truly.
6, 7, and 8. Okay.
Everything in the Feywild is just attacking kobolds specifically.
Not Cobalt.
Today, yes, it is.
About
It
that,
really,
about that
really
one.
is. Yeah. Oh, that's a lot of 5s. Okay. All right. That's. And then. That's gonna be 39 points of fire damage.
Oh, jeez, let me do something.
Right? Yeah. That's how that checks out. Yeah.
All right,
39.
all right. Let me
Nice.
do writing down math. I gotta go
Very
like
nice.
that, and then I gotta add the little line so I can carry the 1 and be like.
You
Still
could scratch
can't
it
do
out and write 0. Yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
works
just
too.
dead.
But no, I think Cobalt, like her eyes definitely flash, like her eyes are blue, but they flash like to that like blue, like bright, like flame kind of blue, just in pure anger.
Yeah. And as
And she just screams, and it's the whole like, what the fuck did I do to you? That is then boom to punctuate.
yeah, but it's
Great
just
question.
right behind it. The fire flares into existence, kind of scorching the tree and the entire creature, pretty much.
Yes, that it does also ignite flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or carried. So
That tree seems flammable. Yeah.
it does. It really does.
So now you have an on-fire tree sort of in the faces of all three of you, just going up like an absolute bonfire. And this thing just sort of does the writhe in pain as it is both being burnt and then also has just seared wings and back flesh, as it is looking pretty rough. It's not looking great. It is still very much trained on you as it sort of seems to be trying to do like the hot potato between its two long clawed fingers on this burning tree. But
Yeah, you want to go? You started this.
lets out a roar of pain and anger.
Just yells back in its face, just like Brendan Fraser in The Mummy.
Exactly. All right, anything else from your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right, and then we are back at the top of initiative order with Kichiro. You have a flaming tree in front of you, a seared dragon, and
I feel like Kishiro would like turn to look at Cobalt and like almost like anime style, like the eyes welling. He's not sure if you should be more afraid of Cobalt or the dragon. Like,
She's not looking over there. She is just eyes trained directly on the dragon.
and just like kind of like just turn back to the dragon and like try punching it again just to see. And since the stunning strikes didn't work, I'm just gonna punch it and then do flurry of blows. Just punch it a lot.
all right, so you kind of lean forward on your foot and just start wailing on this thing. Give me some roll.
First roll was 11.
You hit a tooth and sort of shake your hand. The tooth falls out, but it doesn't really hurt him.
I'm gonna take that tooth later. Okay, and then I get 2 more. Let's see. That was a natural 1.
This
And the
time.
last one's 14.
Oh goodness! You are just trying so hard, and this thing is just writhing in pain and leans back a little too far. But you have a weird Jabberwock tooth.
Awesome.
So surprise, I guess.
Yeah.
You good where you are? Or do you want to move at all?
I want to move back move to what looks like the right from my perspective, 1 square.
Back towards the tube.
Yeah, towards the tube.
All right. And you're still in his melee range, so you are not going to take the opportunity attack. And that will bring us to Elio with Daz on deck.
I move randomly.
All right. Do you want to roll a d4?
Sure.
It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a 4.
All right. So you clamber past Cobalt over that tube, and you just jump into this tree. And I'm not gonna. There's no way to really put you on there, but you are absolutely like clinging to the top of that tree, a little
Great.
But
Wonderful.
I mean, you didn't fall.
Is it just my movement that's affected? Like, do I still have actions, or?
Can't take reaction until the start of his next turn. Does nothing except move, so that is your whole turn.
Okay. That's
You know, reading stuff. It's tough. All right, so you are in a tree, and that brings us to Daz, who is...
Daz will, almost as if just a little too high, just kind of like slowly turns their head and like follows Elio's movement and just like stands there for a moment and then just like looks back at the dragon. And that's my turn.
Perfect. Which brings us to Ori, who's looking confused at what is going on with all of you as they are ducked behind this wall and just goes, come on. And the monster's next, so I guess that's fine. And we'll go ahead and shoot off. I guess we'll go like guiding bolt. Because then the next person will have the advantage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'll just roll it. I can't actually roll on that sheet. All right, so that'll be a miss as the guiding bolt just kind of careens off to the side, just missing the fearsome dragon by a few inches. As the dragon's turn comes up, and it takes damage from the spirit guardians, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
We just never hit the dragon again.
Just never again. It survives so good. Okay, what does he have on that?
Making things up again.
Exactly, sorry. All right, he is going to... Wisdom. Oh, he does not save on that one, so he will take the full brunt of the Spirit Guardian damage. Which, let me move Elio. Which will be... why? 8 points of damage as the little Spirit Guardians swirl around him, across his burnt dragon flesh and all of that. Alright. And, we'll just stay back there with Ori in the half cover that we're saying Ori has. 8. So that is gonna be... this thing is still looking very rough and getting rougher as its skin begins to crackle, but it is still very much trained on Cobalt as it begins its turn, and will go ahead and, in its pain and rage, will strike out with... Okay. So what it's gonna do is it's going to go ahead and take off from where it is. And it's gonna I think it'll sit on here. Let's fucking see about it. Balance, baby. So it is going to block the entire screen and come forward and just sort of breathe in, kind of almost through that burbling, as though it just has a very moist mouth.
Gross.
And
Hated that.
sorry. It will let out a roar, and as it does, its eyes emit a long fiery beam that is going to fire through the front two of you, Kichiro and Cobalt. And that is a dexterity 18 saving throw.
Okay. Oh boy.
Come on.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Natural one.
Oh.
Oh, please.
It rolled away from an 18. It's so mean.
Mine. Yep.
Okay.
We'll go down together.
You are both gonna go ahead and take 20 points of damage from the eyes of this thing as it just blasts everything through your bodies. But
I am on death's door.
So was he, if it makes you feel any better.
It does a little bit, actually. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And that is his action. That is. Nope, that's his action. And that is his turn. As he beats his crackling burnt wings slightly to stay just above you.
Oh, wait. As a reaction, can I use Hellish Rebuke?
Hell yeah. The revenge of the Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah. It's like, I have to do something.
I already used mine. You got to. You got to.
Yeah. Good lord. Don't even know what I'd say to it. Oh yeah. So that's a dex save.
Dex save, alright. Ooh, 12.
Oh, I think that I just made it. Or sorry, it misses that save by like 1.
Okay.
So please do something. 17 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Shit, where's my math? So this okay. Should stop writing in smaller and smaller areas. That'd probably be smart.
Can't when you're stress mathing.
Right. Yeah, you like release this hellish rebuke into this thing's face, and just in the way that it sort of flailed when it was hit with the fireball, it kind of does the same thing in the air above you, knocking a little bits of debris off of the edge of this platform that it is just above, as it just lets out a scream of pain. And
Sweet.
where are we? And that will bring us to it was just its turn. That will bring us to Veritas.
Fun. Veritas is going to make up for lost time. So I'm going to, since this thing is far away from me, I'm going to use the longbow and I'm going to throw the hand axes and make 3 attacks.
All right. Just from where you are.
Yes. Well, I suppose I have to get a little bit closer because I don't want disadvantage on my axes. I need the range is 20, so I actually have to get considerably closer.
Yeah. Let me make that. Yeah, like 20. We'll say you have to be up next to Kichiro to hit it from that low of a range.
Sounds good.
There it is.
And then I am going to make my attacks. The first of which is a 16.
That will miss.
Doke. And the second is a 19.
That will hit.
Fantastic. And the last is a natural 20.
All right. I mean, collectively, how would you like to do this?
Thank God.
I am going to rush forward, and I'm going to look to my fellow carnies, and I'm going to say, we need to end this now. Follow me. And I'll just like leapfrog forward, and then what I will do, since this is a collective attack, is I will just fire one arrow, and as it ducks out of the way of it, both of the hand axes just come spinning in and cleave into the side of it.
And it just crumples from the air as you are breaking apart its body with these savage attacks from below. Yeah, and you have defeated this thing. It crumples there. It kind of does the thing where it just sort of sloths off the edge of the platform and just leaving a trail of smeared stuff. Just the stuff. One more time, you kind of get that exasperated, angry sigh feeling going like around you and through the air. But right now, the air is clear. There's still fog on the ground, but you don't have anything stopping you from just going forward.
Elio is like still ducking in the tree, almost being hit by a wing.
Just still fire just right next to your face.
Veritas, I don't feel very protected.
I'll use prestidigitation to slowly put out the flames that I set with my fireball.
The tree is like kind of crackling inward as you do this, and it sort of like falls into itself and telescopes down. Why'd you put it out?
Just trying to avoid forest fires. Okay, all right.
I hear that only you can prevent them.
You know, I've heard that too, yeah.
This is a PS.
What the hell was that?
I think something is sending things to attack us.
We were told to avoid as he's trying to climb back over. We were told to avoid that thing, weren't we?
Is it just me, or was it kind of laser focused? Was it kind of staring at me? Was it just me that I know that, or was that actually happening?
No, it was right at you, like the whole time.
It absolutely was. And then I pick up a rock and throw it at Cobalt and curse at her in Sylvan. You know, they were kind of trained on you as well.
Did you say that in Sylvan?
I said no. I threw the rock and then cursed at you in Sylvan, just like they did, and then I followed it up in common with like they were kind of. I mean, they threw it at you first.
Okay,
But we won.
They did, yeah. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, right now the hypothesis. Don't know about why, but a hypothesis would be that they are targeting you, but we wouldn't know until we have at least one more. Because, like once it's weird,
two is a coincidence and three is a pattern. Yeah. It's
we could not.
All of the sudden.
I mean, not would be cool. I mean, I had a thought that maybe since if the little guys that were throwing the rocks and the dragon are answering to the same force, following the orders from the same source, then maybe the dragon would have been retaliation for me taking the first blow against the little guys. But I don't know if that makes any sense either. But if I don't know.
Well, how about we just, keep going over the bridge and, not in the poison gas and...
Yeah, everything hurts. Okay.
You look really bad.
I feel real bad.
Can I insight check Cobalt, please?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. That's only a 12.
What are you trying to figure out?
I want to know if you actually don't know why you're being targeted.
I can roll a persuasion. She's clueless. She's very confused.
Super fair.
That would be a 15 persuasion if that helps, but like she is genuinely very confused about what's going on and can't reason her way to something that would justify this. Can't find a logical pathway, like a logical step to figure out what the hell is actually going on, and she's very frustrated by that. But she can't figure it out. Yeah.
I look down at the lantern. Is it doing anything? Is it glowing weird?
It's probably a little bit more saturated since you are in the Feywild, but it's not doing anything extra, no. As you are all sort of trying to puzzle out what's going on, you do notice as you are looking around in the late afternoon, early evening light, that there is still that tendril of smoke that you saw from the bridge originally that does seem to indicate mines. The poison gas also might seem to indicate that there are vents or something nearby, just as you're thinking about geology or whatever. I don't know.
Before we get off the bridge, there was a weird pipe on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
It's would we discern anything from it, or is it construction material, or does it seem like it has something in it, or
an investigation roll or investigation check for that one?
What?
You see Elio kind of focus on. No, you don't. You don't see him focus on it. That's an 11.
You both just kind of Spider-Man next to each other, bend down, and are staring at this pipe. You can tell it's newer than the rest of the bridge. It seems like it was set more than it was dropped. And it's here.
Okay.
It's not attached to anything. There's nothing in it. It's been here for long enough where it's not useful anymore. What'd you know? It's a pipe.
Right. Hop his way off the bridge.
Yep. So you guys continue to hop forward. The bridge goes for about another 100 yards in a close fashion. Like I said, it's the most complete section of the bridge that still remains. It falls off very suddenly and then has a huge gap between this section and the next. You come to the edge of the forest, which has a bit of a gap of something like savanna, just a grassy plain that still kind of has a simultaneously dry and humid air about it. It's really weird and gross and maybe it's just Feywild bullshit. But then after that, it definitely goes into the actual swamp and off a little bit to the if you're on the edge of the bridge and holding a map just flat, northeast, I guess, would be where you see the ruins that were probably where this Jabberwocky actually lived and hunted that you were warned about. But now it's no one's problem for at least a couple hundred years. They're neat. They're neat, weird dragons. But yeah, you can see kind of mountains off to the west along the sort of savanna area. Otherwise, it seems like back to the other direction is possibly where you came from. The forest is fairly dense, but there does seem to be a big break in it that might be that giant tree.
We're all shook up about a dragon.
Yeah. Should we tell them, like, through the sending stone that we, like, found the Jabberwocky and we killed it? Do they need to know?
Yes, may I tell them?
Oh my god.
I mean, don't look at me. I don't have the stone.
I mean, yeah, we should probably update them on what all is going on. Yeah.
And tell them we need help because we nearly died. That would probably
Yeah, that too. Yeah. If we could, like, take a little bit of time to, even just, like, 10 minutes just to kind of, so I can just check on all of this. I just to rest a little bit. I could use it.
Yeah, you can get into a
Yes.
fairly, like, secluded area under the, like, arches of the bridge if you're into it.
Is it evening enough that it would be feasible to, like, make camp? Or is it not that late yet?
I would say roll me a survival check.
That is fair, even though I'm bad at it. Natural 20. I know when the kids need to go to bed.
So you sort of look out at the edge of this grassland that leads into bog nonsense, and you put your hands on your hips and look at the sky. Think about it for a second, and you're like, you know what? Survival rules say make camp before it's dark. So maybe we should do that.
I have a better idea than a quick rest. We should probably take a long one.
Oh, that's even better.
Given Cobalt's breathing problems when she sleeps, you might have sleep apnea, by the way, from what I can tell. We
That's
should
new to me.
probably
Okay.
bed down
All right.
a bit early. Maybe a deviated septum. I'm not sure.
What's that mean?
You snore very loudly.
Oh. Well, I knew that. Yeah.
All right. So you guys can make camp under here. It's, like I said, fairly secluded, fairly safe. We can go ahead and do watches. So you'll have 3 throughout the night. Who would like first watch as you... Well, actually, let's go half a step back and let's set up camp. So go ahead, and whoever is sort of leading the setup of camp, I would take another survival roll from whoever would want to do that.
I vote not it because I am also bad at survival.
Oh, goodness, y'all.
I'll roll for it.
I mean, I can.
All right.
I can help. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to look at
I think
Ori's
Ori's
skills.
okay at it also.
Oh,
Maybe
it does have a +3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
way better.
Yeah.
So Ori's rolling with help.
Yeah.
All right, Ori, who's been a little distracted all day, sort of is like, that's not how you set up a tent, and like takes the stakes from whomever's hands. And yeah, absolutely, with a 19, sets up camp masterfully. The tent is like sharp and crisp, and they're just like, here you go. Fire is going. It's cozy. It's lovely. And you can all bed down for the night in comfort. Who would like to
hug
take?
Ori in tears. Thank you.
No problem. She just like pats you on the back a little awkwardly. All right. Who would like to take first watch?
Well, I don't really need to sleep, so
Neither does Veritas.
Cobalt's already passed out.
So we can go ahead and roll for perception between the two of you, however you want to do it, on that first watch of the night.
Wonderful. Roll individually.
21.
15.
All right. So as you're sitting there, It's a very quiet night, and you kind of are just waiting for something to happen, especially after you're all keyed up from a dragon attack. And you wait, and you wait, and you sort of become lulled a little bit. Is there anything you'd like to talk about as this watch goes on?
I feel like Elio, not hearing the little chittering of laughter in the woods, would not look at Veritas, but just say, thanks for not, killing whatever that thing was.
I know you don't like to be watched, so I figured you would appreciate it the most.
Yes, I just, sort of felt bad. I really don't think they, understood what they were getting into.
That is a risk we all take.
I suppose that's also true. I'll take responsibility if we, get into any trouble.
There's no need. It is a deed we all acted on. We shall share the blame equally. I could have stopped them. Daz tried to stop them. They got away. They were not meant to die there.
Alright, well, when Daz gives me hell, you, have my back.
For that, you're on your own.
Okay. Wonderful.
I'll give a glance over to Kichiro, like sleeping form, and say, has your opinion on them changed at all?
I mean, I had a fine opinion of them to begin with.
I know.
Oh, you're asking if I dislike them now? Oh,
Well.
I enjoy them.
And I'll glance over to Cobalt. It seems like one of us may be a target for certain things.
I don't know about that.
Nothing proven, I suppose.
Well, I don't want to kill her.
Good. If it does get extremely dicey in here, I expect you to be the one most capable of getting out.
How so? You mean leaving here?
In general, or surviving here.
What if I wanted to stay here?
You don't want to stay anywhere.
That's true. But there's plenty of places in the Feywild to go.
That is true. It is not as off-putting as I expected to find it.
Is it different than from where you're from?
Quite. It is an eternal sort of scape of desert sands and winds. This place is almost its opposite, I guess. Being so green.
It is very green.
Yes.
Try my best.
If you are able to survive something that I can't, do me a favor and make sure the rest of them stay alive.
It's a big promises, Veritas.
You're extremely capable.
Maybe not in the ways you want me to be.
But in the ways that you need to be.
How about I keep the one that can heal everyone alive?
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
And as you go quiet for a moment, you sort of notice back where the Jabberwock's body fell, there's like something like a carrion bird sort of circling in an almost like very normal material plane sort of way.
It's more off-putting.
It was supposed to be like a nice desert vista, guys. But yeah, your watch comes to an end without incident. So who's on our second watch?
I'll go.
I'll let
Sure, I'll
Cobalt
go.
keep sleeping. Oh, if you want to go.
I can, why not? Sure.
Okay.
The CPAP turns off.
Damn it.
Sorry.
Your character sheet now.
The magical CPAP.
Sleep apnea.
All right. So
Okay.
as you guys are kind of kicked awake,
What?
It's your turn.
Okay. You see anything?
Yes, horrible atrocities. No.
Very well. Will lightly strum on my guitar. Absent minded.
Kind of flipping through her book, just kind of making notes and whatnot. Occasionally actually looking up and looking around, but then goes back to the book. Yeah.
So,
And-
what is your story?
Well, it's yours.
I asked you first.
If I tell you something about me, will you actually tell me something about you?
Sure. This could be fun.
All right. Well, sorry. Well, I mean, I guess you know some of it already, that I snuck into the carnival when I was a kid and lost, kind of just like gestures with the book, all of that as a result. But I snuck in with all 6 of my siblings. No, 6 of us total. So 5 of my siblings. Cobalt would have said the right word correctly. It's Natalie who didn't have the number. But me and all my siblings stuck in together, and if any of them lost something, they've done a real good job keeping it a secret, because I have not been aware. But there's something. Now your turn.
What would you like to know?
Surprise me.
Daz is not my name, and I cast Gift of Gab.
and what does Gift of Gab do?
So,
Yeah, what?
I reshape your memory of the last 6 seconds of what I said.
Do I see you casting a spell?
I mean, I feel like it would be a sleight of hand.
You
Because if there's some kind of component
Yeah,
to it.
there are components to it.
Great, counterspell.
Do you try and do it in a way that would not get noticed? Reading on street.
Yeah,
You gotta read on
Reading
street.
spells, figuring out just what they do.
And we've all read them so many times,
Yeah.
it just gets like
It's
We
like-
just leveled up, y'all. It's like
Yeah.
there's some new spells in the mix. It's
the secret level up.
yeah.
Y'all are gonna make me make so many memes out of this.
Because we could always do like a contested something.
Yeah.
That's the thing about this one is that like there is no saves for it. It is just something that goes off
Okay.
and it reshapes your memory of everything that I said for the last 6 seconds. So
Okay.
potentially,
It
but I
seems
can do the. It'll be
yeah, DM's call, I guess. Yeah.
15 for the sleight of hand.
Is it? And it has verbal and somatic and material components. I would say, yeah, you could try and do a. Well, you're not looking for it. So, what is your passive perception?
Oh yeah, my passive perception's only 11. So
I would say maybe with Daz's natural flamboyant nature,
Mhm.
you just think they're being a little weird.
okay, fair enough. Kyle. Sorry. So then I just like so you've told me that, but I have no memory of it.
Yeah,
Okay,
you have
cool.
no memory of it. That and it's a
I'm so upset. God damn it.
It made sense. You do this.
No, it does. It's great. I love it. Well,
oh, so this is okay. So the verbal component of the spell is what I
Mhm.
use to replace it. So you don't even like
cool,
you can't.
cool.
Yeah, it's like
Gotcha. Okay.
so.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's-
So what do I hear instead?
Well, you know, I was a child of the street. I was raised by this. There was a large group of us children. There was this one older gentleman. He taught us how to pick pockets and it was a grand time.
Sounds like my house growing up.
Oh, you were an orphan growing up on the street?
Not the orphan part, but the having adults teach you how to do crime. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Insight check on all of your shit.
Like, no. What is cobalt crabs?
I'm also gonna reverse insight check your crimes.
Yeah. I got a 16.
Crime check.
That'll be a 30.
What?
Jesus
No.
Christ.
What?
For your
Witchcraft.
for what I'm in for against my insight?
Yeah, against your insight.
Okay. All right, cool. Cool. Great. What's your insight?
Oh. Dirty 20.
Ooh.
What would this then be?
I'm built to do one thing, and that is talk.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, I got a 22 against
Oh.
yours, so.
Oh.
Initial 20.
Yeah. That was to see if they were
About the
lying?
crime stuff.
Who the
About
hell
the
knows?
incidents. Yeah. I'm into it. Okay.
Lord.
Okay.
I believe every single word that comes out of your lips, Daz.
I just enjoy the fact that you're thinking about my lips.
For fuck's sake. All right. Do you want to actually have a conversation or not?
I am having a pleasant time. I suspect that you maybe are too, despite your frustration.
Fine, you caught me. Whatever. But it is frustrating when you're trying to get me to tell you things and you're not willing to reciprocate that. Or at least it doesn't seem like it. Maybe you are. I don't know. Maybe you just always sound like you're full of shit, but...
I feel like I just have resting full of shit voice.
Yeah, I think you do a little bit.
If it
Which can work. I mean, depending on how you play it, but...
If it makes you feel any better.
Mm-hmm.
For better or worse, whether you believe this or not, I have no clue who my parents are, and I was raised on the streets.
And speaking honest, also, I'm not an orphan, which that part is true. It's not really that much of a thing to share, but the whole being taught how to be less than honest and all of that is also true. That was kind of a thing with my folks. She kind of busies herself with her book for a little bit again, not wanting to, like, that visibly uncomfortable with what she's saying, but like not in a, I don't know, not in a like deceitful way, but more of a like, this is a shitty thing that I don't like. This is like a truth that I'm not happy about.
And as you sort of lapse into silence, can I get a perception check from the group? Or from the two of you?
11.
Where's the thing? 13.
Seems all right out here. You hear birds that sound not exactly like birds from where you are, and you see every now and then maybe the flash of like animal reflective eyes in the bush as your little fire begins to dwindle, but it stays fairly quiet. Yeah, it stays fairly quiet. Just the natural noises of the Feywild night. It keeps calling. And your watch draws to a close.
Kitchero, get up.
What? Is there another dragon? Are we good? You were just messing with me, weren't you?
It is
All
your
right,
turn
fine.
now.
Fine.
Night.
Good night. Hopefully they had a good conversation. Good song, maybe? No? Alright.
I'm
You
going
don't have
back
to
to
tell
bed.
me.
Good night. No, it was fine. It was fine. There wasn't anything. There wasn't anything out there or nothing. So
She has feelings
that's
for
good.
me, and she's having a problem with it. It's fine. Go to bed.
and they're full of themselves. So
well, I mean, both could be right.
Not mutually exclusive. You heard it here first.
for fuck's sake, I'm going to bed.
Good night.
As you try and kick Ori awake, and Ori just turns over and does not get up. So you are out here on your own, Kitchiro.
Yeah, it's alright. You help set up camp anyway.
Hard work. Will you give me a perception check?
Natural one.
Yeah, it's good. You're absolutely good. Is there anything you want to do on your watch? Go for a jog, push-ups.
I was thinking of thank you is like gonna do like calisthenics or something, like do handstand push-ups or stretch,
Yeah, you get a whole like Rocky training montage going, just like running back and forth through the place. By the end, there's actually like a few very confused, like large predators just watching you. Like, is this person serious? Do they just want to get eaten? But they think you're up to something. Yes.
One of those large predators is Veritas.
Just like the eyes are just slowly following. So just full on meditating Veritas is like, this is how we die. But yeah, you have another uneventful watch despite making a lot of noise and doing calisthenics.
It's perfect.
Yeah. And your watch is ending just as the first light begins to crack over the horizon. Smoke still gently rising from the mountains and the mines to the west of you. And
hey, everybody, the sun's coming up.
You begin to kick people awake, mostly with grunts and groans of displeasure from everybody. But that is where we will end for the evening.
Hey.
On the kicks of Kichiro, waking all of you. I have so much energy now.
Yeah.
I like to think when Kichiro gets to Veritas, it's just like a couple of kicks, and it's like, I'm not sleeping. I don't sleep.
Veritas.
It's just like it gives up its plate, says, "Good morning, Kichiro." And we'll stand up.
Excellent. All right, so you're all raring to go and ready for the next day in the Feywild, which we will have on our usual every other Wednesday. So we will go around and do a round of shout-outs right now, starting with the Grayson.
Oh, hi.
It doesn't.
We usually do this backwards.
Hey, I'm going by random screens at this point.
That's fine. It's great. Hi, I'm Captain Grayson. Honestly, don't find me on any social media.
Going into the woods.
It's just all imploding and I have no energy. But if you want to hang out with me, you can totally catch me playing my bard Locke over on the Charisma Saving Show every other Tuesday. And, we're having a good time over there trying to save the world from rot and making sure our cleric doesn't explode.
Yep, cleric explosions. Tough stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to D.
Oh my goodness, that's me. Hello, my lovely children of the dark. My name is D. I am a streamer. Pick up, take two. I am a voice actor, streamer, musician, professional GM all across the internet. You can follow me in the death throes of the hell site itself on Twitter at @It'sTheRiddler, where you can follow me while it dies slowly or not slowly. It depends on the day, apparently. You can also find me over on the Critical Misses channel every Monday, where I play Donnie Powers, and a Daz level flirty character in a Cypher System game called Time and Time Again that is co-DM'd by the community design manager Darby and the founder or co-founder of Critical Misses, Anita. It is a wonderful time. Please come join us. Thank you all so much for joining us here, and I'll pass it back to Kai.
All right, and we will pass it on to Dorse.
Hello, everybody. I'm Dorse, and I have been Kichiro, your calisthenic trainer today. And you can find me on Twitter while it's still here at twitter.com/Dorsius. And you will find me really here every other Wednesday until I decide to start doing even more D&D and tabletop stuff. So maybe I'll be back for more stuff. Who knows? And I'll pass it back.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that's me. I'm
bad.
and we'll go to Dr. Stykowl.
Oh shit, that's me. Hi. I'm Jess or Jessica. You can find me on the things and the stuff as Dr. Psychowl, except for, I guess, on Twitter, where I'm Dr. Psychowl TV. Kind of the same mood as Grayson. I mean, you can find me on social media, but like, why? I pretty much just work. And am here. Yeah.
Nat.
Hello, I'm Natalie, Shield Maiden or Shield Maiden cosplay across all platforms. That's Shield with 2 eyes. I'm sometimes on socials, occasionally, but mostly I'm here. Mostly you can just find me here playing a lot of D&D. So, yeah.
All right. And that's me. I have been your GM this evening. I am Kyola Creative, just an underscore between the words, on more things than I would like to be. But here we are. So our next thing on this channel is going to be the Battle Royale on Thursday, the 20th, which is next week. Is that how we?
Yes.
Yeah, that's correct. So come back for that. You can win fun prizes, like these still very shiny minis. So shiny. But we have a bunch of those to give away. We also have a super cool, custom made little trans dice. For, because we're raising money for the Transgender Law Center. So we will be doing that. Otherwise, I have a game starting on a different channel soon, which I think I can announce after next week. I don't know how things work. But it's not an NDA. I'm starting a new game on a different channel soon. It's underwater. It seems like it might be cool. I'll let you know. But yeah, otherwise, I think that's all the information we have. See you every other Wednesday.
Yeah.
But thank you for tuning in. Thank you to our players. Thank you to Jess for running stream. Thank you to Amber for our overlays, as always. And once again, thank you to you for tuning in. And we'll see you every other Wednesday.
And first, we're going to go raid that bronze girl.
That's Brayden. Nah. Eventually we'll know how to do this.
One day.
One day.
Just not today.
We haven't been doing
okay.
it for almost 3 years already.
Hey, we are just little baby streamers.
Yep.
Awkward outro.